The West Marsh estate in Grimsby is one of the most deprived areas in the country, suffering high levels of poverty and unemployment. Drug dealing, burglaries and other criminal activities are widespread. The streets are unsafe and uncared for, with very little for local residents to take pride in.
Because there are areas of the West Marsh where they traditionally have felt very unsafe, especially some of our elderly residents who choose not to go down certain paths and certain streets.
They don't feel safe enough to walk in certain areas. They see the visible activities of drug dealing.
Well, obviously some people feel the threat of criminality and they adjust their lives to that feeling.
And it does hinder their lives dramatically.
But work has been underway to make changes for the better and give hope for the future, thanks to the Safer Streets project.
So the Safer Street project is government funded money, and the project is to reduce serious acquisitive crime on the West Marsh. So it's things as burglary, car crime, that type of thing.
We looked and targeted West Marsh Ward and key areas within West Marsh Ward to deliver the scheme that's currently underway.
So it's a range of measures funded by the Police and Crime Commissioner, working with the local statutory agencies.
And we're hoping that once it's delivered it leaves a lasting legacy for all residents to feel safer in their own community.
Local residents were consulted as part of the process to discover their concerns, needs and desires in order to plan the measures that would improve their quality of life. The local community centre has played a vital role in the project.
Well, my role is to actually link up the community with the actual centre, finding out what are the needs of this community.
As a centre in the area of the West Marsh, we are the most active group going. So when the project was looking for a base, they asked if they could come here. So we welcome them with open arms.
The community centre has really risen to the challenge over the last couple of years of there being a centre of the community, bringing things together in a really good way.
The network of alleys in the estate were overgrown and a target for fly tipping and easy access and escape routes for criminals. Clearing up the alleys and fitting gates has provided safer access for residents and improved security.
So where we've had areas of fly tipping, we're able to clear those in the alleyways, then fit gates, and hopefully then the residents will be able to take ownership of those alleyways and keep them clear.
Additional street lighting and security cameras made it safer for residents to venture out at night.
We put up new lampposts to give better visibility during the winter months, but also to support the 7 new CCTV cameras that we've put up in the area, and they've been installed very recently. They're monitored cameras, and so it's given a better all-round security, street security for residents.
Work to improve the Haycroft underpass by clearing vegetation, installing better lighting and community cameras is also being enhanced by a community art installation. Grimsby and Bloom are adding a welcome splash of colour and greenery to these urban streets, and young people in the community are being encouraged to improve the environment through the Green Influencers project.
Green spaces in the community are absolutely essential. Without seeing that tree or that flower or whatever out your window, it makes it such a dull place.
It is really important because we're doing a lot of work at the minute in this area. We're working with Little Coach School to engage their young people in nature, because often in areas like the West Marsh, yes, you've got the park areas and things like that, but they're not always in a state where young people can go and enjoy them and can go and understand the wildlife.
A programme of target hardening improved the security of individual homes.
That we're knocking on residents' doors and offering a free home security survey and upgrade.
Yeah, we're going to be doing what's called target hardening, going to the households that might be the most vulnerable in a community and making sure that the doors, the windows, they're secure. and the purpose of that really is to make the occupants feel safer. We've got small alarms for doors and windows. We've got solar lights so that people can't climb over the fence and get in. We've got alarms and locks for sheds.
It's less worrying because now I know there's something there to deter them. There's a noise what will go off, so hopefully that noise will make them realise that maybe I should like Scarpa.
The people are absolutely over the moon. Other people have heard about it and they're flocking to the centre.
The West Marsh allotment site has also benefited from improved security. An oasis of calm and tranquility, this green space provides the opportunity to socialise while growing fresh produce to stretch the household budget and enjoy a healthy lifestyle. Humberside Police have addressed criminal activities with better community policing and targeted drug raids.
Today's warrants were done under the Misuse of Drugs Act at 2 premises simultaneously. The Safer Streets programme has told us through community consultation that the supply and the dealing of controlled drugs is a major concern to the residents. Hence why, listening to that, we developed intelligence to successfully bring off these warrants today. It's based on what we do in the community, what people tell us, what we pick up ourselves. All these strands are brought together on the day to bring us to a successful application for a warrant. The courts had to be satisfied that we have sufficient intelligence from all sources that we can go into a premises and search it for controlled drugs.
Humberside Police are a main player and supporter of the project, and that's one aspect of driving out crime, to make sure that it's uncomfortable for criminals to operate in the West Marsh.
The circle is you commit the crime acquisitively to obtain the drugs, and there are people on the West Marsh who are supplying those drugs, hence completing this particular cycle of misery that people are trapped in at the minute. We are aiming today and many other days in the future that we will disrupt that chain of events. We will target the drug dealers themselves, and ultimately we are aiming to make the West Marsh a safer place to be.
Thanks to funding from the Home Office through the Police and Crime Commissioner and work of project organisers, Humberside Police, North East Lincolnshire Council, ward councillors, the Nell and community residents, the Safer Streets project has made the West Marsh a much better and safer place to live, giving residents a new sense of pride in their community and hope for the future.
It's about time. We've put up with a lot of crime in the area.
The whole idea of the project is to make everybody feel happier and wanting to live on the West Marsh and generally safer.
Oh, I'm absolutely delighted, and I know the community are.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great initiative. From what I've seen and what people have bend telling me, they're getting criminals off the street.
A better place to work, a better place to live on the West Marsh.
I think it will change it. I think you'll end up with a much more cohesive and confident community.
The initiatives that have been going on just recently within West Marsh have been absolutely outstanding. I think it's so positive.
We have an older lady who struggled to go to the post office. It was a simple route to get there, but a dangerous route to get there. The fact that we're seeing security cameras put in place and other security measures has now increased the confidence of that lady to actually walk what she should be able to walk.
And we're hoping that that will develop new community groups here so that it can flourish, and then from when the project finishes there's a legacy to it.
That aspiration generates a better community, and the community itself then generates a better community, and you end up with an upward spiral of feeling better in neighbourhoods.